99% of realtors are using AI wrong and they don't even realize it. And this is going to cost them thousands of dollars and potentially damage their reputation beyond repair. So today, I'm going to show you guys the 5 biggest mistakes realtors make when using AI or ChatGPT. And number 4 is the biggest one I see them making all the time. What's up? I'm Adam Gillespie, and I help realtors level up their game by the responsible and ethical use of AI and proper utilization of their CRMs. Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss a beat. Now let's jam out. Guys, AI is here to enhance the experience that we have with our clients, not replace us. I know there's a lot of talk going around the industry right now that AI is going to eventually replace real estate agents, but that's just not the case right now. And I'm going to break down why. AI is just not there yet. There's so many facets of what we do inside of our jobs that makes us irreplaceable by AI at the current moment. And one of the biggest things about that is going to be the emotion that's involved around the buying or selling process. Right now, AI can't relate to that emotion that a buyer or seller has, and they don't understand the nuances that goes through creating a deal and bringing it from start to finish smoothly, right? So at this point in time, I don't see it happening. AI is definitely not replacing us as realtors, but it is going to enhance the way that we provide our experience to our customers, and that is going to be super important for those of us that choose to adapt. So with all that talk about AI replacing us as realtors, let's get into the nitty-gritty of it, okay? Let's talk about AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. This is something that we have not achieved yet scientifically. So with large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok, and Gemini, all of those large language models, they are so far away from AGI, it's not even funny at this point in time. So a little breakdown about what AGI is, right? So this is the point of artificial intelligence where it basically gains its own understanding, its own emotions, and its own will, right? So it's almost human at that point in time. Right now, large language models do not work like that. So they only look at patterns right now, right? So they don't actually make cognitive decisions like a human does. They just look at a bunch of patterns based on their data set, which is trained on over 1.8 trillion parameters for ChatGPT specifically, and it just determines what the most likely sequence of words is that would come up next. And that's in a nutshell roughly how these large language models work. So with that fact in mind, there's absolutely no way that they're going to replace us as realtors right now in our business. As a matter of fact, AI right now, the best that it can do is just improve the quality of service that we receive. All right, we've all been on the other end of bad customer service, whether it be with your phone company, the cable company, or even waiting in line at your favorite fast food restaurant, okay? So where these large language models come in is that they can actually help enhance that customer experience by giving us answers immediately so we don't have to wait on hold, get transferred to an overseas representative that we can barely understand, and overall improving the customer experience, which is what this is all about. So those of us that are going to adopt AI early in our business, we're going to find out really quickly that this is an enhancement. This is not a replacement. You have to think of it in an augmented fashion where basically we use large language models to, like I said, improve that customer experience, create some more content for us, and then us as humans will intervene inside of that, make the appropriate decision, and then take the product forward or the service forward at that point in time. So this worry about AGI replacing us at the moment is not something that I think is a big deal. We need to be more focused on how we can use AI to improve that customer journey. So what happens when AGI does become a thing and it does start replacing jobs? Well, first and foremost, it's going to replace those low skill level jobs first, if in fact it does at all, right? Because what we're finding out right now is that artificial intelligence is actually creating more job opportunities and allowing us to use that to replace some of the lower interest jobs and provide better customer service. So if and when we do get to the point to where AGI starts replacing jobs, they're already talking about things like universal basic income. You can see in multiple interviews, even since 2018, Elon Musk has talked about the need of universal basic income if AI gets to the point of replacing jobs. But right now, the census coming from the top executives in the industry are saying that we might not even see AGI until 2029 or later. So don't believe all the fuss and the hype out there that AGI is already replacing jobs. AGI isn't even here yet. We're still working with generative intelligence. And this is, like I said, the process of tokenization and pattern recognition by these large language models. So as of right now, there's nothing to fear. All right, and number 2 is neglecting data privacy and security. This one's huge, guys. A lot of people don't realize that these large language models actually train themselves on the data that we're putting in. Therefore, it's not safe and it's not secure. So when agents are going in and uploading contracts or uploading clientele information to try to build a profile for their client, what they don't realize is they're putting themselves in a very, very dangerous position, not only legally, but ethically, and it could damage their reputation beyond repair. We see this already happening with all of these major data breaches that are going on constantly across the United States. We had one of the biggest data breaches ever occur last year, or actually earlier this year, with a mortgage service provider, Mr. Cooper, and they were actually hacked for the data of over 1.5 million customers. And that resulted in a class action lawsuit against Mr. Cooper. Now, that's still in litigation. We don't know how that's going to turn out. One thing is for sure is that we don't want people opening up litigation against us because we were irresponsible with their data. So make sure that you're not putting in any sensitive or personal information inside of these large language models unless you have the proper data security running in the background. Number 3, over-reliance on automated communication. This one gets me every time, is when realtors or other business professionals think that, oh, now we have a large language model that we can use as a chatbot, so let's just have it carry our client from beginning all the way to the end. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that that is absolutely inauthentic, and it's going to cost you your reputation and clients in the long run. The thing with AI right now is that we do want to use automations and we do want to communicate with them via the robot, but let's be upfront and transparent about it, okay? I think that there's definitely a perspective that we can create that shows how awesome it is to be that modern agent, to be that agent who's implemented AI, and we can use that at the beginning of the transactions, right? So we use this when the client first signs up to our Facebook list of homes or our Google ads and it comes into our system. Now we can implement AI to basically start that conversation, qualify that lead, and set us up with an appointment or a consultation where we can come into the picture and take over. And that is the perfect example of how we can augment ourselves with AI. This myth that's going on where you could have a robot that qualifies your client, takes them all the way from the open to the closing, is just not going to happen, at least not for us realtors. It takes away from the authenticity, it takes away from the personal approach, and it's absolutely a reckless way of going about taking care of our clients as realtors. All right, and number 4, this is the biggest one I see every realtor doing, is not programming yourself into the bot and teaching it about you, your business, where you come from, what your aspirations and goals are. Because you have to understand that these large language models, they don't know anything about us unless we tell them about it. Now, this isn't going back to the data privacy concern. This is giving the information like our mission statements, our biographies, our goals, our contact information. So that way, when we're using a large language model as a chatbot, it can actually replicate the way that we speak, making it more authentic for that initial reach out to set those appointments. So guys, this is the biggest place where I see realtors miss out, is they think they can just plug and play. They can just type a prompt into ChatGPT and everything's going to be fine. But the reality is that these large language models talk with a specific style, right? And it's becoming easier and easier for people in the general public to pick out the type of language that these large language models are putting out. So it's super duper important for everybody that's using these in their business to take some time and go through a series of questions with the large language model and answer these questions that will tell them about your business. It'll tell them about your style of communication. So when we're creating content like blogs or chatbots that are reaching out to people or automatic text campaigns or email campaigns, these will be written in the style that we actually communicate in. This is the major difference between success and failure when it comes to operating artificial intelligence inside of our business and using these large language models. So take that time and just go through the proper steps to get your personality and your speech patterns programmed into your artificial intelligence. All right, last but not least, number 5, failing to stay updated with AI advancements. Guys, AI is crazy right now. We're still in the very beginning stages of this. It's like being in its infancy, okay? So things are happening daily that are changing the way that we operate with these models and the models themselves. So it's extremely important for us to stay up to date with those advancements so we can make sure that we continue to improve the quality of the customer interactions that we have, therefore leveraging us as that go-to trusted realtor. And like I said before, embracing the fact that we're using AI, right? Like we want to be these modern realtors. We don't want to try to pretend and hide that we're using AI. Be upfront with it. Be transparent. Transparency is key, and your authenticity will shine through it if you use this properly, okay? So what's the best way for you to stay on top of AI? Well, that's to like and subscribe to this channel right here, because that's what I base everything off of, guys. It is my job to keep you up to date and informed about where AI is going and how we can use it for the practical applications in real estate. So with that being said, guys, I run a community of tech-driven and tech-savvy realtors that are wanting to use AI in their business. Please, if you're interested in staying on top of this stuff, please don't hesitate to contact me. All of my contact information is in the description below. You can even comment on this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this content and want to stay up on AI and all of the advancements that it's making day to day. All right, guys, I hope you found value in that video. Once again, I'm Adam Gillespie. I'm with eXp Realty, and my main job is helping realtors like you stay on top of your game, level it up, use AI responsibly and ethically, and dial in that CRM so that way we can provide an excellent customer journey and leverage our business and scale our business for years to come.